Hello, everyone, and welcome into Bimini. We are here for the 2018 DCC calendar shoot, shooting for our 2019 calendar. And with me, I have Tasha and KaShara.
Hey, guys.
It's the first day of shooting here in Bimini, and we are so excited. I have two seasoned veterans, two calendar veterans. Both were in last year's calendars, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So they're going to tell us a little bit about what happens here in Bimini on the calendar shoots and everything you're dying to know. So let's start off. How is Bimini?
Bimini's been awesome so far. You know, the weather's a little bit down right now. It's been a little bit rainy and thunderstorms, so we've been trying to sing some songs. Just bring the sun out.
And
it is actually coming out. So
starting to come out.
Yeah, it's starting to come out, but it's been beautiful. You know, the staff here is amazing to us. It just really feels like we're on a vacation, not really working.
Actually feels like we never left. Kind of feel like we blinked our eyes and now we're back. So can't complain. We're pretty lucky girls.
Very lucky. Yeah, last year we were here at Resorts World in Bimini. # Bimini Bliss. Truly is blissful here. So happy to be back. Last year, how did that go for you guys? What was the calendar shoot process like here for you guys last year?
Calendar last year for me was a little bit different. My first shoot was in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. So that was my first experience with calendar. And it's a pretty big area. And Bimini's pretty small. It's a very intimate island. I think 7 miles is probably like the max of the island size. So this has been, it's a different experience where you get to actually learn about the locals here. You get close with the hotel guests, and we get to have a little bit more of a
She's
experience.
being modest. Literally, they remembered her from last year. He was like, "Hey,
friends.
KaShara."
It might be the accent, maybe.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's how they
maybe the
remember
accent.
it. Yeah, so it's Bimini for us last year was really fun, and I know for a fact this year's going to top it.
Absolutely, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, last year was great, and it's good to be back. And, you know, last year for me personally, like when we get here is actually when we get our schedule of when we're shooting, because we're only shooting about 3 days the whole time we're here, you know, with our 2 crews. And so for me last year was kind of hard because I got our schedule and I had like 4 days of like nothing before I shot. So it was hard because I had to watch what I was eating and working out. But for the first 4 days, I pretty much just laid on a beach.
Hey, can't complain.
Can't complain about that.
It beats
Hard
that
life.
was,
Hard
it was a really hard life.
It's way better than the beaches in Dallas, right?
Way better.
Yeah.
What beaches?
Exactly. So when do you guys shoot this calendar shoot? What days are you guys?
Actually, I think we're
I think we
on
have
the
a
same
very
days,
similar
yeah.
schedule. Yeah, Saturday.
Yep, Saturday's
Saturday's
our first day.
so a couple days.
So tell people listening what a shoot day entails for you guys.
Ooh,
So maybe if one of you want to talk about the morning and then one of you afternoon, or is it all day? What is it?
it's an all day project. I mean, our camera crew, all the photographers, the makeup artists and hair, they put in a lot of man hours during this whole 10 days that we're on location shooting. So it's very early mornings. I think this morning the earliest call time was 4:30 in hair and makeup,
Not human.
and that's being downstairs getting your hair and makeup done at 4:30. And I mean, shoot days start at anywhere between 6:30 and 7 o'clock in the morning, and they go until at least that late in the evening. So you get a break in the middle of the day for lunch, and I think a lot of that's because of the sun is usually like straight overhead. I guess that's hard to shoot.
Scorching.
Yeah, so that it makes a lot of shadows, but and you're constantly changing suits, changing locations, and it's a lot of teamwork. You'll be standing there, and next thing you're like, hold up, hair and makeup runs in, and they're picking at you, they're like, don't move, and then they run back out, or it's the slightest like twist of your swimsuit. They'll come in and they really adjust you, and it's
Make it look perfect.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to get that one shot.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if you have one magic one,
All it is
could be
is
the
one.
one to
all you
get
need.
you in the calendar.
Yeah, that's right.
So the end goal is to get into the calendar. Both of you last year made it in. What was that feeling like? And when you were taking those shots, did you inside your head know that this could, you're like, I'm feeling myself, could this be it?
Well,
or
Cover
not
Girl,
really?
take that one.
Yeah, cover girl.
Cover girl over here, take that one.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think they said that we had over 38,000 photos plus some,
To choose from.
overall from last year's to choose from. So that's a big number. I didn't realize it was that many.
Yeah.
And actually, I made the cover of a calendar, and I remember taking that shot. It was on my first day. I was with Michael Voorhees, And actually that day was really cool. We had like a 4 a.m. call time. It was all day long. And he had a friend that had a boat in Miami that was like, hey, I can just bring my speedboat down and
Casual
we can, you know,
things
go
that
take this
happen on
boat.
calendar shoot.
Yeah, we can just go take this boat around the place and we can get off the island. And so that was like a big surprise for everyone that our group got to go do that. And so it was actually super fun. We packed like a cooler with like food and sandwiches and just went out, and it just seemed like we were on a little speedboat for the day. And it was actually
Living
the
the
very,
life.
very last shot of the day. And we had a little bit of time before the sun went down, and Michael's like, okay, I think I can get everyone like put on a suit and we can hurry and get, you know, a shot real quick. And it had to have been like less than 4 minutes that I ran out in the suit, like did a couple things, and then they're like, all right, good, let's go.
works.
And then the calendar came out, and that was the cover shot, and I was like,
I feel like
okay.
sometimes that's how life works. It's all this stuff you don't
Yeah.
think is going to be great. It ends up being
Yep.
great.
So that's like the biggest thing I think we've been telling the rookies that this is their first year is don't overthink it. Just live in the moment, be on vacation, and I think that's what portrays the best shot.
The best picture is going to come across one that you're comfortable in and one that you feel like your natural self. I was like, you want to make it look effortless, even though holding that pose is probably like your muscles are
You're like
clenching,
hurting,
Yeah,
like
hurting.
quivering, sore the next day.
Yeah.
Try and make your legs look good. So I was actually going to ask, and I guess this can go to everybody at home listening too. It's summer, swimsuit season, Instagram season. What do you got to do to get that perfect shot, to make you look your best self?
I read an article one time. It was like how to take your best selfie, and it was like, you know, I really hopped on board because I'm a huge believer in like mind over matter. If you think something, then you will in turn react in that way. And it was think about something happy, or think about a joke that you've heard or something that makes you genuinely happy, and then smile.
Can't
for the
help but
camera.
smile.
Yeah, and it's going to come across as a much more genuine like a genuine smile. And I think that's how our photographers are great about playing music and making us feel really comfortable. But I think that's with just taking a picture on your iPhone, or if you're just starting out in photography, like find something or think about something that you really enjoy or that you really genuinely like, and put yourself in the mindset, and it'll come across that way.
Where does your mind go?
My mind goes like funny jokes sometimes. Like if I'm trying to get depends on the mood like of the picture. Like if I'm trying to get like a smiley joke, I always think of like these like silly little like knock jokes that I got or something, or like little like Laffy Taffy jokes, you know. So I'm always like, oh wow, that's funny, yeah. Or think about like me tripping, or I don't know, that kind of stuff.
Just goofy thing.
If I'm trying to get like a sultry smolder, I always think of like maybe the wind's blowing. I have to like put myself in the
We don't have a lack of wind, that's for sure, this trip.
Yeah,
But sometimes
like
I was
Armageddon.
upstairs. Lacey was the first shoot this morning, first shoot of the trip, and the wind was definitely working in her favor. It was like gorgeous, flowy,
I'm sure.
all of that.
I'm sure.
So what's your biggest piece of advice for all the junior veterans coming in, as Kelly would say, because they're no longer rookies,
Junior vets.
junior vets.
Junior
We have two
vets.
senior vets with us.
Yeah, I mean, it really, like I said, it's just like living in the moment and not overthinking it, you know. Everyone looks good. You know, your body's not going to completely change if you don't, you know, work out the whole time while you're here. And so you just really need to enjoy it. And Kelly kind of talked to us about that, is everyone looks great and enjoy the moment. You're always going to see the pictures from, you know, this trip, but what you're really going to remember is the memories that you made. And, you know, just the little things that we do while we're here. So I think we just need to focus on that and, you know, bonding, and kind of my advice.
All that.
I think my best piece of advice would be to just think about what got you here. Like, what did you do to get to this moment? Like, how many years and hours of just rehearsals and practice that got you to be in this position at this time? Like, it's a huge opportunity for us. I was telling them earlier, it's like, you know, I was telling Gina's my roommate, and this is her first calendar, and actually this is Gina's first time out of the country.
I know, that's so exciting. She literally got a
crazy.
passport to come on this trip.
Which my first year on calendar was my first time out of the country. I got a passport just to come on calendar.
Look
and I was
at
like,
you guys.
You know, making little senior, junior, veteran memes. And I had told her, I was like, I wouldn't necessarily ever be able to come on a vacation like this or a trip. I will never ever be able to take a trip for 10 days with my best friends, you know, and be able to and have a full hair and makeup team like
Here to glam you
work
up.
their hardest to make sure that I get that one shot, you know. And it's like that kind of opportunity always plays in the back of my mind, and I'm just like, wow, I'm so blessed to have gotten to this point, because it's it's very few and far between of the people that get to come on these trips.
I agree.
21 of you.
Yeah, 21. This
Seems
is
like
a small number.
Small group. It does.
But
But it's exciting.
yeah,
Well, you get more intimate time with each other, too.
it's going to be a good start to our season. So I keep thinking, like, yeah, this is this is probably like me way too forward thinking, but like I'm trying to be more in the moment. But
No, be in the moment, but you're always
We're
looking
always
forward.
looking
Don't
forward.
look back. Look forward,
See?
if anything.
keep moving. So I keep thinking about like how this whole week and a half that we're here, how it's really going to benefit our training camp, how it's going to benefit our season. It's going to really bring this group of veterans together on a whole new level because it is after auditions, and this is going to be our group of vets that's going to really shape our new team for the 2018-19 season. So and so far we're off to a great start,
Right.
I think.
We're around each other during the season and in training camp a lot.
A lot.
So this is a good trip to like bond and
Get
so
those
we can
memories.
actually not, have conflict during the season because, a group of girls could have a lot of conflict.
Yeah.
But yeah, they could.
Some estrogen in the room.
Not Kathy.
Weird.
So
Well,
I think
actually,
it's good to really get to know each other,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, touched on it. It's the first time we've talked to you guys since auditions. How did that go for you guys?
It was fun.
Auditions were great.
were
Yeah,
fun.
I think we're all very relieved that first part is over.
100%.
They're
It's
done.
kind of nice to have that part done. Now we're able to go on this amazing trip and then just head straight into training camp. Where usually we're kind of some of us are practicing solos in
Yeah.
our rooms and studying, and so it's kind of like a breath of fresh air.
So you
to
can
be
kind of like enjoy it here.
okay, we can really enjoy it.
It's a good starting place for the rest of the season. We get auditions are just high intensity, body, mind, and spirit. That it's I don't think people realize how much stress that we are all individually under during auditions, even as veterans. Our spots, I think, are more at stake than everyone else's. Whether it's especially if it's
Got to earn it back.
yeah, and
Nothing's
Absolutely.
guaranteed.
Nothing's guaranteed, and especially this year at auditions, the talent was there, the intelligence was there, the quality of woman that was auditioning for our team was there, and I know as veterans, our lives revolve around this. We have literally made our lives work to be a DCC. Half of us wouldn't even be in Dallas if it wasn't for DCC.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think you've got more at stake going into auditions as a veteran. So I'm really excited that this is almost like a celebratory trip. It's like, you did it. Here you go.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
coming back to make the team. Now
Yeah.
you can get your final relaxation,
Yeah, exactly.
maybe sleep in a little bit before training camp because I know that there's no sleep.
No sleep.
Come
Training camp
camp.
is no sleep.
That's so exciting.
Team no sleep.
Yes.
Team no sleep. All right, let's see. We got a few more minutes.
What do you got for us?
What are you guys looking forward to the most being here? Maybe something that you didn't get to do last time.
Well,
Ooh,
actually,
go.
there's some people over here set up. They've got, I guess Bimini is a fishing island, and you wouldn't believe the boats around here. And these people are very serious about their fishing. They've got, huge boats, all this rigs and stuff that they're getting ready to go out. And I'm like, honestly, that would probably be really cool to do. Would be to go deep sea fishing. I don't want to know what's out there. Probably, I don't want to know what I'm reeling in. But I think it would be a fun little thrill to get to go deep sea fishing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually looking through the hotel guide and did not know there's stand-up paddleboarding you can do.
I love it.
It's so fun.
That's
Yeah,
my
so
favorite.
I'm really excited to try that one because I was like, first, it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's a workout.
it's a workout.
So I think it'll be super
Can't
fun. I think
beat
a
it.
bunch of us were wanting to go do that. So trying to hit some excursions that we didn't hit last year since we were kind of new to the area, weren't really sure
Now you
where
know.
we could go.
Yeah.
And so now we know.
Well, that's so exciting. So we've got, is it 10 days total shooting? 10,
think so.
9? We'll be here in Bimini Bliss for a long time. We've got these two joining us for the first podcast. We're going to try and get as many out to you guys at home as we can while we're here to keep you in the loop of everything that's happening in Bimini Bliss. But be sure to follow along on all of Dallas Cowboys cheerleader social media, #Bimini Bliss, #DCC Swim to keep up with what we're doing. And we'll see you next time.
Wish.